viewers, this is Afia Ademola Johnson, your science tutor. Today we are looking at, in biology, plant kingdom or kingdom Plantae. Please do well to click subscribe button in the YouTube channel and subscribe and share this video and like it and put in your comment section anything that bothers you. God bless you. Now we are going from here in biology, introduction to our biology, plant kingdom. Plant kingdom. If you don't call it plant kingdom, you call it kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae. Now, members of this kingdom are multicellular. Organisms. That is, they have more than one cell. Their body is made up of more than one cell. So they are multicellular organisms. Another thing is that the kind of cell found in their body, the kind of cell they have is eukaryotic. So they have eukaryotic cell. So eukaryotic cell is the cell with true nucleus. A cell that has a true nucleus. What makes a cell to have true nucleus? A true nucleus is a nucleus with nuclear membrane. What is a membrane in biology? Membrane means outer covering, a nuclear outer covering that encloses their genetic materials. Genetic materials that are transmitted from generation to generation. So like gene, genetic materials like gene, like chromosome, like nucleolus, plural form of nucleolus is nucleoli. So their genetic materials are enclosed within the nuclear membrane and they are not scattered. That is why that nucleus is said to be a true nucleus. Now, I will talk about that. Then another thing is that plants they are immotile. That is, they don't move. They don't move from one place to another. They don't move their whole body. They don't move their whole body in response to stimulus or stimuli. So they exhibit a type of movement called either nastic movement or tactic movement. You can go through our catalog of videos in YouTube, Afia Ademola Johnson, and get a video on the idea of movements, characteristics of living thing. Then you will see the various types of movements we are talking about here. Now, then another thing is that plants carbohydrate and starch. They store carbohydrate and starch. Then plants have chloroplasts. In their cells. So a chloroplast is a green plastid. A green plastid that contains a green pigment. A green pigment called what? Chlorophyll. A green pigment. So they have chloroplasts. And chloroplast is called a green plastid because the green plastid has what? It has a green pigment called chlorophyll. And what did they use chlorophyll for? Used for carrying out photosynthesis. So we are saying here that plants are autotrophs. Autotrophs in the sense that they make their own food themselves using an external source of energy. So, and one more thing to talk about plants. Plants are generally classified. They are generally classified into two groups. Which are, number one, we have cryptogams. Cryptogams or seedless plants, e.g. talophytes, the talophytes, e.g. Spirogyra. Those ones, Spirogyra, bryophytes, e.g. moss plants and liverworts. All these are seedless plants. They don't have seed, they don't produce seed, but they rather produce spore. That when the spore germinates, it's the spore that germinates will produce the plants. So then there are some other ones called phanerogams. These are seed plants, e.g. we have pteridophytes, e.g. fern. We have spermatophytes or flowering plants. Now, fern plants are also part of, you have moss plants, and then you have pteridophytes, e.g. fern plants. So fern plants are predominantly cryptogams. They are not phanerogams because they still produce spore. I'm going to bring them to you. You are going to see them. So now, phanerogams, these are seed-bearing plants, e.g. Spermatophytes. Spermatophytes. And spermatophytes are also called flowering plants. So, e.g. grasses, you have mango, cashew, any plant you can name around you, they are phanerogams. They are seed-bearing plants. They produce seed. Now, let's now look at general classification of plants. General classification of plants. So, plants are generally classified into the following three divisions. There are three divisions in plant kingdom. Let's look at them. Three divisions in plant kingdom. What are they? We have number one, we have division Thallophyta. Two, we have division Bryophyta. And three, we have division Tracheophyta. These are the three divisions of plants we have. But take note of one thing. Note the members of the division Thallophyta and Bryophyta. Now, lack true root, stem, leaf, and as such, they are said to have thallus body. Thallus. Because of that, they don't have true root. Those of them that will have something that will look like root, we don't call it root, we call it rhizoid. Root-like structure, something that looks like root, but it's not actually root. That one is called rhizoid. Something that looks like leaf in them is called leaflet, not leaf. So that is that. So, and as such, their body is often called a thallus body. Thallus, plural. Thalli. A thallus. A thallus. A thallus is a body that is not differentiated into true root, stem, and leaf. So that is that. Then another thing to bear in mind is that bryophytes and thallophytes are non-vascular plants. Non-vascular plants. What does that mean? Why? conducting tissue. They don't have conducting or vascular bundles. For drawing water and nutrients from the soil. So they don't have vascular bundles. So they are non-vascular plants. They don't have vascular bundles like phloem and like xylem that they can use to draw water, soil water and soil nutrients to their body. So they are non-vascular. So take note of that. Now, let's now look at, and this is why they are not established on land. So when you will see most lands, it's on rocky surfaces or abandoned wall. So when you see Spirogyra is on abandoned wall, you will not see them on the soil because they don't have vascular bundles. Take note of that. Then let's look at the division Thallophyta. Division Thallophyta. This division formerly in the olden days formerly comprises two things. Comprises fungi and algae. But nowadays, Thallophyta consists of the following types of algae. We have one, green algae, e.g. Spirogyra, called chlorophyta. So green algae are called chlorophyta because they have chlorophyll to carry out photosynthesis. Now, so this is the first type of algae that we have in Thallophyta. Number two, we have red algae called Rhodophyta. And three, you have brown algae called Phaeophyta. Now, then I said something. Why is it that fungi is no longer a plant? Fungi were isolated as kingdom fungi because of the following reasons. Number one, they lack chloroplast, they lack chlorophyll. And unlike plants that have chlorophyll, they feed heterotrophically. By parasitism or saprophytism. They don't carry out holophytic nutrition, that is, carrying out photosynthesis. They don't carry out photosynthesis because they don't have chlorophyll to do that. So they depend on already made food of other organisms. So and plants are autotrophs. So that's another reason. The third reason is that they store carbohydrates. They store carbohydrates as glycogen. Unlike plants that store carbohydrates as starch. So these are the reasons fungi are no longer plants. They store carbohydrate as glycogen just like animals, but plants store carbohydrate as starch. Number 4, their cells are enclosed by cell wall made of chitin and not cellulose like plant cells. So plant cells are enclosed by cell wall made of cellulose. That's why they call it cellulose cell wall. But they also have cell wall, but that cell wall is made up of chitin and not cellulose. Now, all these 4 points are the reasons the division Talophata is only made up of what? Algae, but not blue-green algae. Blue-green algae are prokaryotes. They belong to monerans. We have discussed that one. You can check the previous video. So let's talk about Spirogyra. Features of Spirogyra and their functions. Functions of each of them. Number 1, it has nucleus for sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. That sexual reproduction is also called conjugation. Okay? Then number 2, cytoplasmic strand. So it supports the nucleus. It's like a star. So then 3, a belt-like chloroplast. Something that a chloroplast that looks like belts for photosynthesis. Then number 4, we have pyrenoids. They are found on chloroplasts for storage of starch. Don't forget that the chloroplast carries out photosynthesis and make glucose as the food, but the glucose is later converted to starch, and that starch is stored in the what? In the pyrenoid. Then we have number 5. We have what we call vapor for storage of sugar and water. Storage of sugar and water, that is the vapor. Then we have filaments. Two parallel threads, thread-like structure. For holding a chain of several cells of Spirogyra. belts that are joined together, and the filaments hold them parallelly. Then lastly, I will talk about mucilage. Number 7, mucilage. Mucilage. That's a slippery appearance. So it protects the filament against excessive sunlight. So if you Spirogyra, have you ever seen Spirogyra before? That dark green slippery thing inside unkempt gutter, dark green. If you walk on it, you fall. So what makes it slippery is what? Is the mucilage. So now let's try to draw the diagram of a filament. If we put under microscope, what are we going to see? Under microscope, you are going to see 2 filaments. This one filament, this another filament. This is a cell. This another cell. So the cells continue. This another cell. They continue like that. So you have something like this. This is the chloroplast. What I'm drawing now is chloroplast. This is chloroplast. This is chloroplast. So then I will draw another chloroplast here. Chloroplasts are like belts. Like belts in Spirogyra. They are like belts. You can see it. That is a chloroplast. Then on the chloroplast you have pyrenoids. Pyrenoids for storage of starch. For storage of starch. So then we have the cytoplasmic strand that goes like this. It's like a star. It runs through the cell. At the center, it holds the nucleus. This is the nucleus. So the same thing that runs here also. But since this is this diagram is a complete diagram of a complete cell. We have only drawn a complete cell at the center. So like that. You can also have the cytoplasmic strand can go like that. So the same thing is here. You can have cytoplasmic strand goes like this. So what are we having? So if I call this one, this is mucilage. Mucilage, that slippery thing. Then this is the filaments. This one filament, this another one, all these several cells. You can see this is one cell, this another cell, this another one. So at the center here, you have nucleus. This is a nucleus. And what is holding the nucleus is called what? Cytoplasmic strand. Cytoplasmic strand. This thing that looks like belts is what? Chloroplast. Chloroplast. And the pyrenoid inside, all these ball thing, they are what? Pyrenoids. Pyrenoid for the storage of starch. So the space in between each chloroplast is called vacuole. Vacuole. So what we have here is the diagram of a Spirogyra filaments. A diagram of a Spirogyra filament. So we are stopping there. Please take note of the parts of the Spirogyra. In the next class, we go to the division thermophyte, I mean a bryophyte, where I will show you the diagrams of most plants live. Please subscribe in the YouTube channel, share the video, and put in this comment section anything that bothers you. I remain Afi Ademola Johnson. Have a fruitful day. God bless you. Thank you.